14 years old girl enters a police station, panicked and reported to the police officer who was at the desk. Scared and terrified, "A woman ghost is haunting me." Now, you need to pay attention to this 14 years old girl. As she is being ignored, they see her more panicking. One of the police officers sees the whole situation, gets closer to this 14 years old girl and understands her. By all means, her body language, her expression, her features, having all these thoughts that we got nothing to lose, why don't we if just believe in her? Upon this, police goes on the location, and what they discover, what they witness, not only shocked everyone at the scene, but also marked those dark moments in the pages of the history for the rest of the world. I have heard, read, seen all live footages of those crimes that till now can't get rid of those brutal memories, even if they are or look like as fictionals. But this, if I have just the ability to erase or reset my memory and never learn about this horrific murder case, I would certainly do erase it. Several international movies and TV shows have been produced and made based on this true tragic event. Welcome to another episode on the shocking mystery on The Mirror this week. I'm your host, Uzair Sipra. Shenzhen, 1976. After her birth, Fan Man Yee, as her family abandoned her, she was sent to Hong Kong Orphanage Center, and due to their policy, she had to be out after she reached 15, having no relatives or contacts, with no choice but to become a homeless. She was in the hands of the bad companies and started prostitution and became drug addict. In short, reaching 21, she got a job in the brothel named Romance Villa. She was married to one of her clients, but due to abusive relation and giving a birth to her son right 6 months before she was brutally murdered, she decided to leave her husband and raise her child with more protective manners. Things started to escalate, gone horribly wrong when she was facing extremely rough and tough challenges to raise her son, and she stole 4,000 Hong Kong dollars from her client's wallet while he was unaware. Chan Man Lok. Upon this discovery, Chan Man Lok immediately demanded her money back, which she gave him at once, but he also demanded 10,000 Hong Kong additional dollars as surcharges. Of course, she didn't have 10,000 Hong Kong dollars, so he started to abuse her, and finally in March 17, 1999, Chan Man Lok with his 2 henchmen kidnapped her and took her to 31 Granville Road apartment, and with his 2 henchmen and 14 years old girl, remember, who went to the police station at the start of the story, she was the girlfriend of 36 years old Chan Man Lok. They brutally abused her for 30 straight days until her body became numb. They tortured her with tying her with a chair with the plastic knots and strings that the blood couldn't circulate through her body, giving her cuts with the razors and pour chili sauce on it and fill her eyes with the lemon juice and chili sauce, burn plastic and pour on her cuts, burn her skin, urinate on her, even stuff dead rats in her mouth and gag her until she had no sense of pains at all. Finally, one night, when they found she is completely motionless, they put her in the bathtub and went for dinner. And when they came back, she was passed away. They started to butcher her, boil her, cook her in the kitchen utensils for hours until her head was left. On one point, 14 years old Ah Fong said she can't see those horrific moments. Her 36 years old boyfriend asked her, "Imagine if you are watching a horror movie," psychologically made her possible to participate in this brutal act of torture. They were so tired, hungry, and they didn't want to leave all this flesh and cooking in the apartment. They started to cook food in those very kitchen utensils they were using to cook Man Yee's flesh, and they ate dinner. Finally, to hide her head, they purchased hundreds of Hello Kitty dolls, merch, put in the room so nobody could discover their brutal crime. one of the biggest Hello Kitty doll, they removed its head and stuffed Man Yee's skull into the Hello Kitty's head. When this became viral in public through the media, people were traumatized by this horrific crime. Right after this event, Hello Kitty brand dropped down and people stopped buying their merch. Chan Man Lok got life sentence and 14 years old girl were never sentenced and handed over to a foster. And no idea where she is now. Till this day, whoever have witnessed those days can't and don't want to talk about this due to its brutal intensity. So that's it for today. And if you're a fan of horror, mysterious, dark, strange, true crimes, movie recap or review, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I just started my own TikTok account by the name of Mr. Uzair Sipra. And if you have your own story and you want to share with me, you can find me on Instagram, which is uzair.sipra. And as always, please take care of yourself and your surroundings. Until next time.